Forgiveness. What is forgiveness? We always speak about forgiving one another, forgiving circumstances, forgiving situations. What is really forgiveness? This word forgiveness, what is forgiveness? For me, if I will be asked to define forgiveness, to define or to describe forgiveness, I will say that forgiveness is forgetting. Forgiveness is forgetting. Forgiveness is seeing everything as new. Forgiveness is becoming new every moment. When I say forgiveness is making everything new, it is actually, forgiveness is to be in the present moment, to reside in the presence of the momentum, of the flow of the universe. When I am comparing forgiveness to living in the present moment, because this is what happens, and this is what the present moment is. The present moment, what exists is always at that moment. Anything of the past does not exist, and the future is not yet. You are in the present. In this present moment, if nothing of the past exists, it means that everything in the present moment to you becomes new. The Christian scriptures, in the book of Revelation, it says, "The one who sitteth on the throne says, Behold, I make everything new." And this is what exactly forgiveness is. Everything becoming new to you all the moment, each and every moment. Everything, seeing everything as new. Seeing everything as new. If one walks with this knowing that every moment they approach everyone, every situation, every circumstance as new, as he has never experienced that, or he has never met the people, there will be no need of even forgiving. For you cease to struggle from unforgiveness, because when you see everything as new, when you make everything as new, nothing of the past exists. This moment you are with your friend, but the next future moment, when you meet them, it's like you meeting them for the first time. Your friend, your friends, your workmates, your own family members. And this is what happens when you walking with this perception of everything is new at every moment. You also, the other negative emotional energies also vacates you. This is the most magnificent thing of seeing and making everything new each and every moment. You cease to hate because there is no one to hate. Each and every moment, everyone is new. You don't struggle with unforgiveness. There is no one to forgive. To you, everyone is new at every moment. You are not angry, because this making everything new every moment is for each moment. Therefore, Even the past second, if someone makes you angry, this moment you are not supposed to be angry. They are supposed to be new. You're making things new all the time. This is what I will say forgiveness is. Forgiveness does not carry any form of remembrance. It does not carry any form of remembrance. As the word itself, forgive, it has one word, for. The word for, F-O-R-E, for. The word for is always ahead. Forward. For is ahead. It does not carry remembrance because it is not in the past. Forgiveness is ahead. It does not look behind. It is for. It gives ahead. And it's like the word apology. Apology comes from the word Apollo. Apollo, fast. Apollo is fast. When you apologize, you go to the initial point before you. It's like you're reversing everything to the initial point before you wronged someone. Apology, fast, Apollo. To come to that initial stage before anything happened is to apologize. Forgiveness is moving forward. Apology is before the thing happened. Forgiveness is ahead of everything that happens. Apollo is fast. For is ahead. Therefore, forgiveness does not constitute of any past, of any memories, of any wounds. Forgiveness has got no wounds. Immediately there are wounds there, then it's not forgiveness. You keep wounds so that you can remember. That is not forgiveness. And many people will have this notion of that I will forgive, but I will not forget. Immediately you don't forget. It is not forgiveness. When you are told that the kingdom of God is like the little ones, this is what the little ones do. That moment you hit a little one, a baby, it cries. And the next moment, it has forgotten that you hit her or him. And then it starts to play and laugh with you. Forgetting. That is what forgiveness is. There's a lot we can learn from the little children. If we want to learn about forgiveness, let's see it in the little children. There is a lot to learn in the little children. If you wrong a little child yesterday, let me tell you, it forgot yesterday. After it cried, finished crying, it forgot. Letting go. Forgiveness is letting go. Letting go of situations. Letting go of those who trespassed against you. It is letting go. Because immediately we lack forgiveness. This is what happens. Forgiveness is an energy, and forgiveness is an energy that by itself it creates further negative emotional energies. And forgiveness is what brings forth anger. And forgiveness is what brings forth resentment. And forgiveness is what brings forth fear. It is what brings forth hatred. And these energies are negative energies which put resistance to the positive energies or the light. Actually, the energies of these negative emotional energies are very dense. And once they are harbored within your heart, they act as a form of resistance. They form a cloud of resistance to any energies of light. Unforgiveness creates all the negative occurrences in our lives. Because even good things cannot come to you. Unforgiveness is letting go. Without letting go, your heart is full of, number one, if your heart is full of unforgiveness because of not letting go, remember that hate will be there, separation will be there, anger will be there, fear will be there. And therefore, nothing new can come forth. Without emptying yourself, nothing can be filled. Because whatever is filled there, you have personally filled it. Because you actually, forgiveness does not need any rituals, does not need any fasting and praying, does not need any intervention, does not need any kind of intervention, even from God, for someone to forgive. You do not need anything from your skin for you to forgive somebody else. Forgiveness is a choice. That moment you are harboring that unforgiveness within you, and as it has brought forth all its relative of anger, resentment, hatred, separation, these are negative emotional energies. And any energies which are harbored within, this is what they do. They are always projecting outward. That's why we have to be very careful on what energies we are harboring within. As it has come with all its cousins, they will be projecting outward. And when they project outward, they attract of their own. You attract unforgiving people, people full of hatred. The same people whom you will attract around your circle, they will be people full of unforgiveness, and they will hate you. They will separate from you. They will fear you. They will be angry at you. You will attract outward. Your reality outward will be the exact reflection of what you do not want to let go. Be wary of that, those energies you do not want to go. Those energies you do not want to let go, be wary of them. Just make a checklist and note down all the energies which you do not want to go. Because the same energies which you do not want to let go are what you are. Let me tell you, what you are in this life, what you are to experience in this life is defined by who you are, not what you are. What you are to experience in this physical reality, in the outward reality, is who you are. You get to experience who you are, not what you are. Because what you are spirit. One with God, not separate from God. One with God, that is what you are. Who you are is your emotional body. Who you are is the emotional body. And all the negative emotions we are having within us is because of unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is what brings forth all the negative emotional energies within us. Unforgiveness itself is one of the aspects of like separating with God. When you are walking with unforgiveness, you have separated from God. Not separating, but you have already separated from God. Because that which you cannot forgive, anything that which you cannot forgive, anything you cannot let go, anything you can't forgive is not separate with God. Is one with God. That which you do not want to forgive is very, very, very one with God. It has no separation with God, because there is nothing God is not, and there is nothing which exists outside of God. Therefore, immediately you cannot forgive any circumstance, you cannot forgive any person, you have separated from God. It is an energy of separation. It's like you are declaring that I am not part with that. I am not part with that. Anything you are not part with, you have separated from. Anything you have separated from, you have separated from God. And one thing we have to know is this. Whatever is to come in the future is always created in the now. Whatever you are experiencing in the now is a result of the past. And many people will be carrying burdens and baggages of the past, bringing them to the present moment. Yes, they were crazy. This is the thing. When you can't forgive, you are carrying pain within you. When you bring that pain to the present moment, you are carrying the past pain, because that what you are experiencing now as the pains, the emotional pains which you are feeling now, are the effects. The causes are unforgiveness. Your unforgiveness of the past is the causes of the pains you are experiencing now, emotional pains, because you're still carrying the unforgiveness in the now. And it is the same energy, you are amplifying it. You experience it in the future. Everything, there is cause and effect. If you take anything of the past, bringing it to the present, and making it to be yet again an effect for grander, there is the law of cause and effect. Many of the circumstances we are passing through now in our lives is because of the things of the past. Unforgiveness of the past is what we are suffering now. This is the effect. If we take the effects and make them causes for yet crazy future, then we are not walking with awareness and we do not know who we are. Because what I said, what we are is spirit. What is within us is God. One thing with the Spirit of God is a creator spirit. It creates every present moment. This is what it does. The Spirit of God creates in each and every present moment. It does not create, it's not in the future, it is not in the past. It picks what is in the present moment as a template of creation. It picks whatever you are projecting at each present moment as a template for the future moment reality, creation. That is what the Spirit of God does. It is a creator spirit. It is within you. You are spirit. That is who you are. What you are is what who you are the templates which you feed to the spirit. What you are, your spirit. Who you are the templates of creation that you feed to the spirit to create. And what are the templates? Are the negative emotional energies. 99% of them being caused by unforgiveness. And that's why I always say that everyone is experiencing the right experience at the right time, because that is who they are and that is what they are. That is what they are and that is who they are. That is what they are. That is what spirit they are. That is the spirit they are. That is the Spirit of God they are. They created that. That is who they are. That is who they are. That is their emotional state. Therefore, whatever you are experiencing, whatever you are passing through is perfect. It is perfect. It is what you are, spirit, God the Creator. It is who you are, your emotions, the templates you are giving to the spirit within you to bring forth creation for you to experience. You are here to create your experience and participate in it. And everyone else are creating their own experiences consciously or unconsciously. That's why I'm saying there is nothing to be denied outside here. Whatever you create, you have to participate, because it is the template you have fed to the spirit within, that this is the reality I want to experience, bring it forth. Spirit of God within us is not biased, because it sees everything as of itself. Nothing exists outside of itself. Whatever emotional energies you give to it as a template of creation, it picks that, brings it to you to experience it. What you give out is what you receive in abundance and well shaken. Let me tell you one thing. Everything is God. Listen, everything is God. Outside here, everything is God. Nothing exists outside of God. Whatever you give out there, you have given to spirit. Whatever you project outward to anything outward, you have given to God. Whatever you have given to whoever, if it is a negative person, a negative circumstance, a good person, whatever you give out to them, whatever you project to them, you have given to God, and it shall be given back to you in double portions, well shaken. So what are we giving out? What are we giving out? Because unforgiveness is one of the greatest aspects that is prevailing in humanity. All the chaos we are experiencing in this world, we are experiencing because of lack of forgiveness. Unforgiveness is what is bringing all the chaos here. It's what is bringing wars here in this planet. Is what has brought separations. And even our religious scriptures speak to us very clearly that before you take your offerings, like to a church, Christians, they say, before you take your offerings to church, make sure you've carried nothing. You have let go of everything. And Muslim says, before the sun falls, when the sun falls, before it falls and darkness comes, you are supposed to have forgiven. And this is the grander truth which people do not know. It is the religions were on the light side, but the grander truth is that before you go to God, you have to have forgiven. Because that which you have forgiven, you have not forgiven. That circumstance, that person you have not forgiven is one with God, is part of God. Therefore, before you go to God, you have to have forgiven everything. You have to have forgiven everything. Otherwise, that which you are going to with prayers is the one you have not forgiven. Immediately you go to God with anything within you. If you have not forgiven you have unforgiveness of anything, even those circumstances which are very minute, anything you have not forgiven God. If you are still harboring unforgiveness over a circumstance, a situation, or a person, you have not forgiven God. You cannot go to God. You cannot commune with that which you have not forgiven. You cannot worship that which you have not forgiven. You cannot praise that which you have not forgiven. And this is what people are just like deceiving themselves. Like they are busy going to God asking for forgiveness. Forgive me, God. Forgive me of my sins. Forgive me of that. Forgive me of this. But the greatest question is, have you forgiven God? Have you forgiven God? Before you ask God for forgiveness, have you forgiven Him? And if you will say, yes, I hold no grudge at God, let me tell you, nothing exists outside of God. If you have no grudge with God, you do not have you have nothing to forgive God, because you have nothing harboring against God. Then, are you sure that in your life there is nothing which you have not, there is nothing which you have not forgiven? Like, you are clean, you've let go of every unforgiveness, you are not carrying and harboring any baggages of yesterday. Because Unforgiveness is not forgiving people. It's forgiving what happened yesterday. The poverty which came to you yesterday. The crazy job you had which is haunting since yesterday. The pains you had since yesterday because your loved one died. You could not let that go. It is still within you. You pretending that you loved them so much. They died, but you loved them. You cannot let them go. That is unforgiveness. It is unforgiveness. Even if someone is beloved, he died. If you're carrying the pains up to today, it is unforgiveness. If you were raped when you were young, or if you were raped or sodomized when you were young, and now you are 30 years, you are 40 years, you are seeing you cannot get married, you cannot have relationship with opposite sex, or you can, when you see a man or a woman, you're still experiencing the pains within you. When you have the remembrance of that every moment and your life is governed by that, it is unforgiveness. You cannot get married because you were raped when you were young, and now you see men as evil. It is unforgiveness. You cannot enjoy sex because you passed through painful rape experience. You are not enjoying the sweetest thing that God created. It is unforgiveness. If you are carrying the pain that you lost thousands and thousands of shillings some time back, and when you remember you are in pain, that is unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is everywhere. You wanted to buy a car and you went there and you found that it was bought yesterday, and you felt the pain. Up to today you are feeling that I wish that was my car. I was the one who was supposed to. You feeling it. It is unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is everywhere, in everything. Everything. There are a lot of aspects like everything in this, or every aspect in life, is attached to forgiveness and unforgiveness. Every aspect of life, from sleeping, waking up, your daily life, your working life, your family life, every aspect of life carries the forgiveness and unforgiveness part. Because every aspect of life can break you down or can make you happy. Every aspect in life is brought in polarity. We are in a polarized universe. Everything comes with its opposite. Therefore, every aspect of life carries that aspect of either you forgive it or you do not. Every aspect of life has got good or bad. Money, friends, relative, jobs, cars, houses. They have good and bad. Everything has got good and bad. Unforgiveness is what we are here to work upon, to bring us back to that one divine unionship. And forgiveness is what is preventing many from escaping this duality. That I'm not that, I am this. Because you cannot forgive that, I'm not part of that. And you do not need someone to come to apologize to you in order to forgive them. That they have to come and apologize to you, or come to apologize to me that I forgive. It's not that. Forgive. For is ahead. For is ahead. For is ahead. You have to reach out to those who wronged you before they come to you to apologize. Let me tell you, and let me repeat it again. Forgiveness has the word for. It means it goes ahead. It moves ahead before that person comes, even thinks coming to apologize to you. You're supposed to forgive them before they come to you to apologize. Let me tell you one story. No one needs your forgiveness to live their life, even if they wrong you. No matter how crazy they wrong you, they do not need your forgiveness to move ahead. They will wrong you, they will move ahead, live their good life, prosper. You will remain there with unforgiveness, carrying the pain. Therefore, the one who wrongs and the one who is wronged, check out who suffers. The one who cannot forgive and the one who wrongs and the one who cannot forgive. The one who suffers is the one who cannot forgive, because the one who wronged you moved ahead. Let me tell you, he moved ahead the same hour they wronged you. They moved ahead and they forgot. The good thing with the people who wrong you, they forget there and there. And if it is shaping their life to become magnificent, to prosper in life, they do that because they did not carry that circumstance. You, the one who is working with unforgiveness, is the one who carried it. That's why I'm saying carrying the baggages is the problem.